In today's video, I'm gonna be talking about the concept of life being put on hold in the context of eating disorders, especially anorexia and bulimia. I will be explaining how physically, emotionally, and socially someone's life can be put on hold or just delayed. First of all, we know that eating disorders have this quality of actually preventing the person going through the puberty. So for instance, if someone is actually experiencing eating disorder very early on in their life, maybe when they're 10, 11, 12 years old, that will mean that the puberty process can actually be put on hold or actually be completely prevented from happening. So that means that potentially they might not be able to grow physically in their height. Their hormonal changes, they're not gonna happen. Their body shape will not change. Their skeleton changes will not occur. So altogether, none of the processes that they naturally happen during puberty will not occur. Because of lack of sufficient nutrition, someone might be, for example, 20 years old, but they might have the same level of hormones as a child who's maybe 10 years old. Fortunately, at least in some cases, when they recover from eating disorder, most of their normal physical functions, they can actually be recovered. However, changes to our skeleton, they might actually never be recovered even once the person will reach the healthy weight. And also menstruation can actually take really long time to resume the ovulation, causing issues with fertility. Secondly, looking now at intellectual declines or holdbacks in someone's life in context of eating disorder, people who are experiencing eating disorders, they actually tend to work extremely hard, almost obsessively. So they study really hard, they work really hard. However, the effects are not equivalent with how hard they're working. So because of their physical health is not great and also their emotional health is not great, that then obviously translates in their performance, even though they try really hard. Another example why people who are experiencing eating disorders might struggle with intellectual aspects of their life, it is because they put actually a lot of effort into distancing themselves from their emotions. So in situations in life where maybe they're being asked about their own opinions, what they think, what they feel about certain things, it might be actually quite hard for them to articulate that, because that's where actually they put the whole effort into not feeling and not thinking certain things. Because of that emotional distance that the person might be feeling towards other people or other things, they actually might really struggle with connecting with their own creativity. And then because of that, that will then create a lot of obstacles in them developing in their personal and also professional life. For instance, giving your own concepts, ideas, responses might be actually quite difficult for at least some people who are experiencing, for example, anorexia. And some people, they link this idea of people with eating disorder trying to empty themselves of themselves. Thirdly, now we can look how someone's social life can be put on hold or delayed in context of eating disorder. It is well known that people who are experiencing eating disorders, they put great effort into hiding the issues with eating, and that then leads them to them actually isolating from other people. Another reason why their social life might be compromised, it is because if they're experiencing eating disorders, naturally they will have less energy physically and also emotionally to interact with other people. Also, because of the lack of the hormonal changes that many people might not be able to go through, or maybe they went through the puberty, but then they start experiencing the eating disorder later in life, still the hormonal levels, they're gonna be not the same as they are in a healthy person. Person might not be able to feel sexual attraction, and then because of that they might not feel the need to actually interact with the opposite gender. And even if they will interact with the opposite gender, it's not going to be in a romantic way. and that will then deprive them of that experience of developing romantic relationship, for example. This might then cause deprivation of social skills, and we need good social skills to progress emotionally into our adulthood. Also, someone who's deprived of relevant social interactions, they might struggle with forming their identity and also being able to separate from their family and progressing into being independent adults. That will be it for today, and if you enjoyed this video, then please like it, subscribe, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. And thank you. Bye bye.